Hi, I'm Craig Traxler, principal and co-founder of Avionos. Avionos is a digital consultancy with particular experience in integrated commerce, which we define as the intersection of digital marketing, commerce, and CRM. And it takes customers, B2B customers especially, all the way through the buying process and beyond to service. Today, we're going to talk about self-service as a part of the complete integrated commerce experience and demonstrate an example of those capabilities using Salesforce B2B Commerce, Salesforce Communities, and CMS. Service plays an integral role in the overall digital capabilities of a B2B organization. We constantly hear from B2B companies that their customers are asking them to be easier to do business with digitally. We've all heard that phrase. That means providing a one-stop shop throughout their journey, from product discovery through the purchase process and beyond to the post-purchase process or really service. Our latest Avionos B2B buying study shows that 88% of buyers will defect if their digital needs are not met by an organization. So that's kind of scary, but there's an upside to this. If you can meet a customer's digital needs for service, you create an operational efficiency that really creates a destination for your customers. And it really can also yield improved results for your online and commerce channels. So to meet those needs, we really see four categories of delivery. First is very simply, I purchased your product. I'd like to see, how do I get the most out of it? How do I learn about the product? How do I take advantage of it as much as I possibly can through training videos, all sorts of how-to information. If it's a digital product, sometimes it's getting access to it in terms of downloads, such as software. Or maybe I have an issue with the product and I need to get it resolved. So I can online look at troubleshooting information and how-to articles related to that. I could maybe enter a case and get a resolution through your service organization, or conduct a chat session to get a quicker resolution. Those are really on the product side, but there's also the whole B2B commercial relationship you have with the company. And there you get really access to transaction history, such as orders and invoices, or maybe industry-specific information like MTRs, which are material test reports, or certificates of analysis that are regulatory documents sometimes needed. So all of this information can also do a world of good in terms of making both you and your customer more efficient and yielding to higher customer satisfaction. But sometimes there's a problem with those transactions as well. And we also see service cases and other sorts of situations where you get returns, you can resolve pricing issues, you can sometimes change orders, all through the digital channel using, again, either cases or chat as you like. So this is all well and good, but let's take a look at how this comes into play in practicality. So for that, we're going to go take a look at a commerce site and its service channel for a brand that we've created called AVI Communications. You're looking at a fictitious brand site for AVI Communications. AVI, in this example, creates really collaboration software and services. Think video conferencing, web conferencing, integrated group collaboration, those kinds of services. They offer them as a subscription in a series of plans. You're looking at a Salesforce B2B Commerce implementation now, and you can see it's a pretty clean and modern user experience that we're able to create in that platform. I can offer monthly and annual subscriptions. I can add on other products. We're not going to dwell on the commerce experience today, but it really goes to show what you can do. And I know all organizations are striving to create a clean and simple commerce experience and relationship. And that's great. But what we need to understand is that when we create these kinds of capabilities, we need to follow through on our swing. We need to make sure that our service capabilities are just as robust and just as efficient as our buying experience, because we've set that expectation with our customers. If you really dwell and have this great commerce experience and then provide no post experience and service for the channel that your customer has adopted and said they prefer, you're really losing out on an opportunity for loyalty, and you're creating an opportunity for dissatisfaction. But that's okay. There's great tools out there, through service and communities, through Salesforce, that we can really augment that. So here's an example of a service community that we've built as a companion to the online store, and it should give you a sense of the kinds of things that you can do using Salesforce. So what we have on the first page is, first of all, very simple and clean. Everything that's been built here is really through configuration, both on the online experience and some back office processing that happens from the order to set up for service, all done through clicks and not code. So we got a number of things on the home page that are really focused on how can I take advantage of the products and how can I learn about the products. We've got quick start guides, we've got video tutorials, we've got various support topics, all of them to try to get the information to the customer as simply and easily as possible. We can also put promotional materials on the homepage, or really anywhere throughout the site. In this case, the customer bought one of the lesser plans, either the essential or the professional plan, and we really want to target and promote the enterprise plan, so the customer can see that and maybe learn about it and trigger an upgrade. The kinds of content that we can create here can really vary and uses Salesforce CMS capabilities, which are emerging on the platform and getting better all the time. So we've got one format here. We've got text, links, embedded videos that we can put on any of these pages. That's for the buying guides. And then for the video tutorials, you can show completely different layout, all again built using clicks, not code, to really deliver whatever information you need to support your customers and make them aware. We've got the support topics, again, a completely different format and look and feel. And we can use this to sort of curate special content that we want the customer to be aware of, and really front end, knowledge articles and how-to tips that are going to allow a customer to maybe resolve some of their issues or get information quickly and effectively. So, that's great. There's good information here, but sometimes I do need to learn more or get an issue resolved. I can go in and drill into my account. I can look at, my transactional history with the organization, orders, contracts that have been generated, maybe assets that they've purchased, even carts from the site that maybe they want to revisit or reorder from or do work with. So these again are all built. The information that we're showing here is configurable, both in terms of what sort of primary pieces of information I want to show. Maybe I don't want to show contracts. Maybe that's not relevant for your organization. We can just eliminate that using configuration. The fields that we're exposing here, you can see a very minimal amount of fields. Anybody that knows Salesforce knows that there's a lot more data around here about the account, but this is what we've chosen to show about this customer directly. We can drill into that information, including the order, and show, again, whatever curated information we want, the specific fields we want to expose, and whatever related information, including order products. Using one integrated platform as we have here, we can create cases around this order, and identify a billing issue maybe, enter that case and directly have it related to this order, and get it immediately in queue, again, all in a self-service capability. So, I think that's a lot of great capabilities on the front end that we're showing here. But let's talk a little bit about how we maintain this content and how we can use the power of the platform and the way we're able to set this up such that business people can keep it fresh and looking good over time. So I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to talk about a couple of things here. One of them is I've got this promotional content, get comprehensive collaboration for the whole enterprise, which is really promoting our enterprise plan. And maybe we don't like that line, we don't like that phrase, and we want to make some edits to it. Let's look and see how we can do that. And then also, let's look and see how we can add a contact me directly on this page. Maybe I don't want to drill into other other menus or other items to contact support. I really just want it right here and right now, and prominently shown in a button. So what we use to do that are really a couple of facilities. One of them is Experience Builder. Experience Builder is really the kind of the WYSIWYG editor for the page. So this is the home page of the site of the service community, and we're showing here all of the componentry from the header down to the hero, other CMS collections that we were able to drop on here. 3 different kinds of CMS collections, all with different what are known as content types. And then we have the promotional single item from the CMS that we are showing as well. So let's look and see what it takes to get that button on here. So we can look in here, and we've got a whole palette of componentry, and these are building all the time with every release, which is just wonderful. And we've got some related to the CMS. We've got some related to other capabilities of Salesforce, including ones related to service. And we are going to use the contact support button component, and we're just going to drop that right on the page, right underneath this single item. And as we can see here, we've got it out there. This is actually fully functioning right now. But beyond that, we can do all kinds of things with this. We can maybe add a little bit of a border to the button and make it look a little bit more friendly that way. We can change the width of the button, maybe bring it down to about 20% of the page. We can align it differently, left, right. Again, all this showing clicks, not code. And we can even change the label. To let us help you, whatever we want to have here. We're going to just simply publish that from this. So these changes are WYSIWYG. We can actually preview it before we publish it. But to ultimately have it on the site, we're going to want to publish it. So that's going to trigger off a publishing process. But let's talk about that content we wanted to change. We wanted to change this tagline as well. To do that, we really go into the content management system, and I've got a tab open for that right now. We'll take a look and see all the content we have for AVI Communications. You can see all kinds of things. We have the enterprise plan, we have add-ons, which are another product type, so we've got a specific content type for that. And what this does is really creates the blueprint of what that content looks like. So if we go into the Getting Started guide, we can see that this is the basic building blocks that we can edit using a WYSIWYG editor. And this again is available to the business people that you give the correct rights and permissions to. Certainly not everyone would have this, but the right people you can give that to, and they can edit this content accordingly. You have all your images and all sorts of supporting content that helps you build up your ultimate content blocks, and those get distributed and published through the site or really a number of other channels accordingly. So we're going to go into the enterprise plan. So that's the content You can see get complete collaboration for the whole enterprise here. And we're going to edit that. And we are going to create a draft of it. And we're going to say get ultimate collaboration for the whole enterprise. We're going to save that as a draft. And we're going to publish that out. So if we go to, back to the service community itself, and we go to the home page, what we're going to see is now we've changed this content, get ultimate collaboration for the whole enterprise. And we have also gotten our button as well. So we can actually go in here and drill in and take a look at this, and we see that get ultimate collaboration has been propagated to this page as well. And that's because we're really using the same content blocks, and we are putting those on the pages accordingly. But once you make a change to that, that primitive content block or that piece of content, wherever it's used, it gets changed automatically. The Let Us Help You. So now we've got our Let Us Help You button that's fully functional. And it really can tie in now to the support page. We didn't show this earlier, but this is our basic support page and allows us to get help from the customer and enter in general cases. It's got the basic case deflection capabilities of Salesforce. So if I am having trouble, and I'm having trouble with an application, I can type my thing in here, my question, and I start to get questions and responses promoted here. But in general, how to troubleshoot an AVI meeting client, is the top answer here. So I can create these questions, submit these cases directly here. I can personalize this communication. So right now, this customer has a basic level of support. We have a version of this for customers that have enhanced support and can get that. We'll change the messaging there and drive those entitlements accordingly, all through the personalization of the site. So lots of good things that we can do. This is just one example, and it's really just sort of scratched the surface of what can be delivered. These are definitely tailored by industry and by the unique needs of each support organization, but should give a sense of what can be done and how it can be maintained and kept alive. Again, without a lot of development. That wraps up our demo. And I would invite you to contact us if you have any more questions, or if you want to have any discussions about your particular situation or any needs that you guys might have. Love to talk about it further and bring in our experts to have a collaborative session and discuss what may help and assist you. In general, though, thanks for watching and thanks for taking the time.